Wow. Exactly at midnight too. Nice.
Sweet.
I
No, that's not sweet. That's shitty.
I wanted to start this like an hour ago, but I mean, what can you do?
Sweet we're starting, but shitty that it's midnight for you guys.
Agreed. But I say
Don't
now,
worry.
now everyone's gonna.
I got it. Tell me when.
All right. What is going on, my frosty friends? My name is Wittercast Ice, and welcome back to Discord Dungeons and Dragons with the Solaires, specifically with Tiny, Wanderer,
I feel
Herma.
robbed.
Stray, and Wow. Say hi, guys. Oh my god, my sloppy joes are here, guys. Okay, hold on. We're going to take a quick 30-minute break for me to eat food.
I want these are hot.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't eat them right away. But
Oh,
you got me pickles too? Hell yeah.
There should be 6 there.
Okay. All right, guys. Just don't mind me. Give me about 30 minutes, okay? It's got. Oh, they smell so good though. God damn. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. My food's over there and I'm over here.
All right, see you guys next Saturday.
Okay. Okay. Love you, babe.
Love you too.
You want to say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Hi.
You-
Which reminds me, I should actually make myself some tea. I'll be right back with making a sandwich.
Absolutely. You do that. I'm going to go ahead and get us going on the last time on D&D.
Fun murder your player.
I totally am not going to murder my players. Totally am not. You guys should be prepared. No, I would never do that. Anything's possible. Honestly, it's all about experience and storytelling. Hope you have backup characters. Anyways. Last time on D&D. The Solaires, after coming to Padstow in order to help on some very not so friendly situations going on, and even getting a call to action by a former deity, though, of which one of the party used to follow. Belwraith, a former cleric of Tyr, now returned to the city with the Solaires to try to rectify the situation that is going on, only to find the situation go from bad to worse, starting with almost highway robbery to even near death for multiple characters. The party has even come to terms of finding a new artifact that seemed to cause massive side effects to Holy Ground. But now the party surviving the night, but now realizing their faces are going to be watched extra carefully. The party, in the morning light, starts making their way. So, Solaires, what would you like to do?
I'm the only face people won't recognize, and I love it.
I love it.
Well, because you're a baby, but cats aren't that common.
But either way, it is the morning light. Everyone is awake. The only two people that are outside currently... There are two characters outside currently, which is outside the cathedral, which was Lexa and Belwraith, as a animal messenger was sent. So, what do you guys want to do?
Guys, I got a little plan. Oh God. I would get up on a stand. All right.
Stand behind the podium.
Yeah. My sending stones worked before the lockdown. I'm unsure if they will work now, but I have the dimension door spell. So if I can get to the wall, I can teleport out, or just sneak out and use my sending stones and sending to contact some people, and then come back in. Maybe get some help from outside.
I'd vote for him.
Sorry, my puppy was getting into shit and I missed that.
No, it's all good.
Some people.
Yep, I was about to say, we'll see who's all. Oh, hi, Audrey.
Hello.
About to say, Blue making a rousing speech to deafening applause.
Genuinely, I did miss that, so repeat that real quick, please.
I'm back.
If Blue can get to the wall, he can either dimension out, use sending stones and sending to contact people, and maybe get help, or just tell what's going on, and then get back in with his second charge of dimension.
Okay.
Or he can just sneak in and out because he's sneaky. He's sneaky.
Okay, gotcha.
He's sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky,
Sneaky,
sneaky.
sneaky. Nicky boy.
Alright, so. What would you we've talked about a plan of action. What would you guys like to do?
How close are we to a wall?
From where you guys are at, since you're in the Sun House, from this section of the district, it would take you about probably like 20-30 minutes to get to the wall. Not your guys aren't that far away, but there are other like churches and everything, and it might take a bit longer if you guys are choosing to stealth.
Before we get too far ahead, Belwraith would have split off from the main group. He's going towards the Draconic District.
You're just going?
You're just going.
I thought he would have mentioned that.
The last thing you did when we ended the session last week was you were talking with Alexa, and you guys sent you guys used a falcon to go to. You guys haven't talked about a plan of action yet.
I thought I had told her to tell the group that I was going there. Maybe I didn't.
Nope.
Okay, I'll go with the group then.
All right then. So you do see that even though as the night has progressed, you do see that both Zekam and Elmaris are still pretty tired from what you can tell. Unfortunately, a long night's rest only gets rid of 1 point of exhaustion, so they are still suffering from they're each still suffering from a point of exhaustion. Also, Alora is still suffering from a point of exhaustion.
Alora.
Alora?
Sorry, Alosa, my bad. Wrong notes. I have my other note. I have my other notes open too. But I say why am I looking at my Cerulean Frontier notes? Get out of here.
All right. That sound good to you guys? Or y'all have any suggestions?
Just don't get yourself killed.
Works for me. I'll help you.
I'm pretty good at not dying.
Let's say you watch as
Can't argue that.
you watch as Lexa.
All right.
You watch as Lexa comes back in and basically goes, "Well, the only thing is that I wouldn't recommend us all traveling in a group. We would be very easily spotted.
Agree.
I think you all should stick to your own party. As far as us three," as she points to Zekam and Elmaris, who are still like pretty exhausted, "I think we are gonna try to find some sanctuary, probably heading towards the Draconic Ward."
Okay. We shouldn't take the whole group to the wall because be best to be able to move fast and sneak and well, they kind of know what Ellis and Guardian look like.
So,
Garnan can disguise. Well, never mind.
well, Guardian can disguise himself.
Yeah, I can turn into someone else for a little bit.
I mean, you can, but how sneaky are you?
Barely.
Oh.
And didn't you get slower once you became a paladin?
Maybe.
Yes.
But who needs speed? We're being stealthy. You gotta be slow when you're stealthing, remember?
We gotta be.
Was that
we
character?
gotta be both sneaky
Yes.
and fast. If we're staying
is
in one
true.
place for too long, they'll probably sneak up around us. But
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't go.
if me, Kazir, and Henrik go, we'll be able to get to the rather fast. Get back decently fast.
Garnan is proficient in stealth, but his dex is a +0. So,
Not a stealth. I'm a dexy boy.
Alright, that sound good to you, Henrik?
Yeah. Go to Splendid Night.
Alright, Kazir, would you like to give him the boots, or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
keep him?
Is your hands Henrik the boot? But you didn't put on yet because he doesn't need any more.
I mean, with
He already has advantage on stuff, and we don't do a double advantage.
nope, about to say double advantage is not a thing. But but between your freaking between your cloak and your ridiculously high stealth stat, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
That's not to mention worst case scenario, you could always pass shadow to shadow.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Sorry.
true.
I just found something out about. You double click on token, you can scroll down, and then you have an option called Token Aura. So for our special paladin boy, you can show exactly who's under effect of your D4
Yeah.
foolery.
Pardon me.
Sorry. Stray, you're speaking my language.
Christ, dude.
Nice.
So loud.
Dude, you could hear that came from the diaphragm. Hell yeah.
No, really.
I mean, nice, but
Feel that.
It was just-
I guess maybe I
it
covered
was-
my mouth. I couldn't right.
the best thing was there was a tiny bit of silence. Everyone just went quiet, and then that.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So now my question as the DM is, how would you guys want to split the party?
Me and Garnan. Okay, so Lexa and the popes are going to the draconic ward. Blue and the rogues are going to the wall for reasons. Me and Garnan do a thing.
I see. Now my question is, if you I assume Alosa is going to stick close to you guys because she has a point of exhaustion. She is.
We are not having a threesome.
Well, what I'm saying is
Twitter saw.
what I'm saying is that Alosa is gonna stick with the powerhouses because she has disadvantage on ability checks. So
100% makes sense.
I nearly married a man once, Garnan.
What do you mean by that?
So Garnan, Los, and Balright together. Me, Henrik, and Kazir together.
all right. So I just need to know. So Garnan, Belwraith, and Alosa going towards the Draconic ward, and then Blue, Henrik, and Kazir going towards the wall.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So with that being said, I'm just going to roll a quick die to see who we're going to start with. But before, I'm going to assume, Belwraith, you're going to let them know how to not only get to which section of the wall to go to, but also how to get to the Draconic ward.
Oh, of course not.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right.
You guys will figure it out. Follow the Dragonborns. They know where they're going.
All right, I'm going to roll quick dice.
I am an idiot. I forgot to get my mice out. I mean, my dice out.
Oh my
I went
god.
to move my computer mouse, and my brain crossed wires and went mice instead of dice.
So suddenly, Kazir has it went from being Kazir to the Tabaxi from Dungeon Run, who has a pet mouse. But I say, yeah. On long story short, Civ Red Thistle, pet mouse. About to say rogue. Anyways,
Cool.
so with that roll, we're gonna go ahead and while Garyan and Belwraith split off from the party, we're gonna go ahead and start with Blue, Henrik, and Kazir heading towards the wall.
Alright.
All right.
So, now my question is: are you guys gonna try to go stealthy? Are you guys gonna try to like disguise yourself up so you can be conspicuous? What's the plan?
Blue takes off his mask and hat. Because, well, he dyed his hair, so...
Yep,
Don't worry about that.
you dyed it black, correct?
Yes.
All right, so
When it's not blue, it's usually jet black.
all right.
Should I
so-
cast without a trait? Oh, no, I can't. Never mind.
No.
As soon as I said that, I realized
No.
bad idea. They can track us that way.
Alright.
I'm gonna drink my potion of alter self.
Oh, so how are you altering yourself?
I'm gonna look like a really pretty lady.
God.
So now my question is: are we going to like Henrik just kind of starts getting more defined features and becomes more feminine?
We're gonna go the whole 9, pure female, raw female energy. All right.
All right, hell yeah! So we're talking Vogue model. Got it. Now my question is: beard or no beard?
No beard.
No beard. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. I kind of asked the question. Those dwarven models, man. But I say they gotta rock the beards.
Dwarven models.
Male and female rock the beards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. True.
But I say in the dwarven kingdom, it's all the rage.
Now he's just gotta work out that country accent out of his voice whenever he speaks now. But everything else is fine.
How do I?
mean, it can still be
That would be
country,
performance checks.
Hold on. Let me check Times Magazine. How to un-Texan myself.
So stuff like this.
All right, but anyway, so you guys disguise self. Don't forget Henrik. Remind me, Herma. Alter self. I believe that only lasts an hour, or is it?
It's an hour.
It's an hour. That's what I figured. But yeah, and I will say this, Blue. As you watch Henrik take this potion, no magical effect comes off of it other than what's on Henrik's body. However, these people might be tracking like people in the city. Does not seem to affect potions.
Nice. It's
Cool. Good to know.
special types of magic.
But so you guys, so now that you guys are disguised up, Kazir, are you like kind of putting up your hood and everything, or are you
Oh
trying?
yeah. Kazir gets full force ready to stealth like his life depends on it.
Noted. So
I think, remember, stay out of the ship.
yeah. We remember.
yeah, the only reason, honestly, I was so like, I'm like, oh man, Kazir's sticking in the shadows. But the moment Stray was like, no, he's going rooftop to rooftop, I'm like, God damn it. I was
so glad I didn't.
I
stick
know,
to the
I know.
shadows.
I was like, man, if he would have went between the alleyways, this would have been an interesting way to find out.
yeah.
Instead, Blue saw it first.
Exactly, but Stray almost did.
God, that would have been horrifying.
So, with that being said, I assume you guys are just trying to blend in the crowd. So I'm gonna go ahead and have each of you roll me a stealth check.
Okay. And I'm gonna use my real. Yeah, I'm gonna use real dice.
Absolutely.
Henrik, both of you can get Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. I say make sure you mark off those 2 points of bardic inspiration.
Just checking. Do I get advantage without the boots, or is it
Without the,
my brain check?
you are still wearing the cloak of Elvenkind, if I remember correctly.
Oh, cloak of invisibility. You mean?
No,
I don't remember
no.
ever picking up a cloak of elven kind.
Did you not? I could have sworn. But then again, it's been a while since I've looked at your character sheet. Hold on, I'm gonna double check.
I remember having a cloak of invisibility and boots of elven kind.
I'm gonna look at your character sheet real quick. Hold on. Everyone's gonna see my where I keep my notes on my computer.
I got a 33.
33. All right. Henrik.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh.
After my stats brain shit on me.
No, you're good.
Bleh.
At
Hold on
this
one
level, it's a D D10, right, Tiny?
D8.
D8. He multiclassed.
Oh, right. That's
Sorry, thought I had shit ready. Where's my stat shit?
Oh, interesting. But I say you don't. I
Yeah.
stand corrected. But I say so it's a straight roll.
Dang it! Of course, I rolled a shit. Well, it's rather shitty. It was a D6, so
So
that's 11.
plus 11, so 17. Oh no!
It's fine. I got a 33. You'll be okay.
Yeah.
I say, and for Henrik, you got a
19.
19. Okay. I say you guys are doing just fine. But I say, as far as people go, it's kind of difficult to blend in too well because the streets are a bit more scarce now. Because of the fact that you guys are in the Enlightened Ward and the new declarations were made for Padstow, there's not exactly a lot of people. There's still you still see like the doctors helping people out on the streets. And you do notice that like if you do see any guards, they don't seem to hassle them. But I say you get a sense that like as far as like anybody here with any clout, it seems the doctors are the ones that are gonna get like the respect here.
You don't mess with your doctor.
Exactly.
Yep, makes complete sense.
But I will say between your guys considering two of you are proficient with perception, with your passive perception, you do see some of the guards like accosting some citizens, basically like checking bags. You're noticing that they're kind of shaking down some of the religious folk, but like nothing too bad from what you could see. But it is kind of like
Yeah, I get what you mean.
basically front door of Riften bad.
Oh wow.
Yeah, just kind of like this is obviously a shakedown. Like, come on.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Are they
Kazir
taking
is
the coin out?
visibly taking effort to control himself from going to slash the guards.
Noted. Keeps his claws in check. Got it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Keep the gun in check. Okay. Onward to the wall.
All right, so you guys continue forward. You kind of duck around. With the path you guys are taking, I assume you guys are kind of taking a little bit of a winding path. Not too winding, but a little bit of a winding path
Yeah.
to try to avoid.
Whatever path it takes to keep out of sight, out of mind, and yada yada yada.
We're all still faster than average.
All right. But basically, as you guys get to the wall, you do notice Blue, with your vision. You pass by a building that kind of looks a little condemned, but you can see the religious markers on it. You are seeing heavy signs of necromancy oozing off of it.
Ugh.
I kind of turned to look.
That is say, why don't you go ahead and roll me a religion check?
Okay.
How much?
7. That's a 15 plus 7, 22.
22. All right, but I say you would see you've never been here before, and there's no like signs or anything, but you do recognize the symbol that is on this building. You see what appears to be a coin flipping in a hand. You would know that this is a symbol of Timora, the goddess of luck, and goddess of luck and good fortune. But I say it's like the religion. It's like the deity that like merchants follow. It's very much like for those.
It's the casino.
Yeah. It's based.
Good. He's just gonna kind of leave people a bit off from that, keeping a good range. Since that's unhallowed ground.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fun. Onward.
Onwards and upwards. All right, so you continue forward. And soon enough, you get to the wall, which again, a pretty massive size wall that goes up a distance. However, once again, Blue, you see something, and you just kind of look up at the wall as you see an effect of magic going upwards, like up the wall, kind of like almost like a dome. But I say, unfortunately, you don't exactly know how far it goes because the range of detect magic is only 30 feet. But it just seems to go up and up. You are getting very, very heavy signs of abjuration. On a size you've never seen before.
Is this part of the wall being guarded?
Go ahead and why don't you guys go ahead and roll me a perception check?
All of us?
Up to you. But I say if you guys would like to check as well.
Yeah, the ones who are at the wall.
Yes.
Sure. 11 on the dice plus
29.
Wick.
All right.
He
I'm
has
thinking.
eyes that are good.
Oh, you said perception, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, plus 9. So 20.
20.
A dirty 20.
Nice. Henrik, did you want to check?
What now?
Perception check.
But I say guards, guard protection of the wall, security.
No, because I suck perception every time.
I'm sorry. 6.
Ooh.
Yeah, looks like a wall.
Yeah, that's a wall.
It's a wall. It won't hold you. It's fine.
I don't even need to be a dwarf to recognize that that's some stone bricks right there.
Indeed. For Kazir and for Blue. You guys like just kind of take a moment. You kind of just take a couple steps back so you can see. There doesn't seem to be any. You're not seeing any guards along the wall, but you also aren't directly at the gate of where like the exit to the city is. But as far as like protection, like kind of on the upper sections of the wall, you are seeing a couple of paladins. Blue, remind me, what was your perception check?
29.
29. Some of those guards' armor looks weird. They don't look like the armor that some of the guards at the doors were wearing when you guys entered. It looks familiar, but you're not quite sure where.
Familiar. Can I roll history? I'm proficient.
Unfortunately, from the distance that they are from you, it's just kind of hard to make out. If you had like a telescope or something, like basically something.
Hey, Henrik, hand me your gun. Or just give me the scope.
I think you mean Henrietta.
Henrietta, excuse you, Henrietta. She has been a part of this party for a long time.
Potato scope.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Scope.
Oh, God.
Look.
All right. You get a
That almost sounded like you were trying to use a voice changer.
You get a closer look at it. Roll me a history check with advantage.
Oh. This is going to be bad.
That's a nat 20.
Oh, well, that's good.
You kind of take a look. It's like, huh. The armor that they were wearing at the gate was like shining. It was like nice polished steel. You know, symbols. They were supposed to. They're symbols of Tyr, the god of justice. How come this armor looks dark and very spiky? And holy fuck, that's drow armor.
Oh, fuck.
Not only that, you also recognize the symbol on the armor.
The bitch we killed, isn't it?
You remember that being the symbol of a house you guys are familiar with.
Called it. Oh wait. Yeah.
I say, but only Blue knows this right this second.
Blue's just gonna whisper, why here? What now?
What's wrong?
Kazir, you, remember us going down?
Too well, I remember that.
Yeah, those are from there.
Ah, fucking great.
So it's almost like you guys changed their plans.
Fair, fair.
Well,
I think they might have some of that. Oh, lunar plague. That's what it is. On them.
maybe, but I'd have to go up, and they're a paladin.
Yeah, but if they ever get too close, bang bang, loot their corpse.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Blue's gonna look around, see if there's any way he could sneak out.
Okay, about to say, go ahead and roll me
Wait,
an.
just
Oh, go ahead.
just checking. Is this like a wall, or is it kind of wall where people walk on?
This is a wall that if like the guards and everything can walk on top of, but like an
Okay,
average.
I was pretty sure that's what it was. Just one.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Basically, picture like your old school medieval
Standard.
Yeah, old school
standard
medieval.
cast a wall.
Exactly, old school medieval scaffolding. Basically, as like the only way to as far as like it goes, an average person couldn't get up there. But
Yes, but that average.
but for Blue, you wanted to see if there was a way up there or a way out, or at least a way through the wall. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay. That's not one.
You know, there's gotta be freaking Padstow, take down this wall.
Want me to do investigation on it?
You look for any way through. I'm gonna use identify on the magic thing I see.
Absolutely. Oh, you want to try to do it like on the effect of the wall?
Yeah.
Okay. But I see you just casting it or ritual casting it.
Ritual casting might have us get caught, so just cast.
Okay, sounds like a plan. But I see. So, by the way, the other thing that came to mind was with a nat one. It's like, Blue, with enough spoons, you should be able to get underneath.
I have 2 sporks.
We can do this. I got a plan, Arthur.
I can dig under the wall.
You just gotta trust me. Anyway, so you go ahead and do that. Henrik, did you want to try to investigate the wall?
May I?
Absolutely.
Right. One of my good skills. That's gonna come back to bite me right now. Oh,
Okay.
Not bad.
24.
24? All right. So while Blue, you're doing that, we'll get to that in a second. Henrik, you're kind of just taking a moment and you're like looking along the walls. These are nice and thick, but they're still not quite like to the massive caliber that you've dealt with. About to say, Starlam's walls are built to control the ridiculous shit that the Artificer Guild deals with. But I say, sorry, I couldn't help but laugh because I remember when I wrote it. Anyways,
There.
but there do seem to be a couple of points from what you can see, and you kind of take a moment to like look through your scope to actually like perceive like sections of the wall. You are seeing that there are like points of which the guards can come in and out, but they are heavily guarded. There are ways to get through this wall that aren't just the gate, but it is going to take some finesse. It's not going to be an easy trip, unfortunately.
My specialty.
But as far as is there a way? Absolutely. Is it going to be easy? No. And with that 24 check, you can definitely tell that it's like this might be harder than we thought. And for you, Blue, you cast Identify. First things first, as you cast the spell, you do see the same effect that happened when Kazir cast
Pop.
come off of your body, and it does go towards the church. But
What school magic identify again?
But as you cast Identify, school Identify, I believe, is that. Excuse me, is that or hold on, Identify. Identify is a divination spell. About to say.
So whoever's seeing it will see a little poof divination.
Indeed. But what you're feeling, Blue, is astonishing. As you cast Identify, you see that there's not really an item per se that is like coming off this, but you do get a sense of what is going on. As you cast Identify, you are seeing what appears to be a very okay, how do the best way to describe this? Basically, as you cast Identify on the wall, you are getting the sense of a spell. Roll an Arcana check. Because this is not a spell that you know, but I know you're trained in Arcana.
Yeah, that's a crit, so I don't care.
Okay, fair enough. You have heard of this spell before. This spell is known as Anti-Magic Field. But the scale is ridiculous, and you're still able to cast magic. So there must be an alternate effect? But unfortunately, because of how the Identify spell works, it's not because you're not touching the item that per se that's causing it, it's not giving you all the details.
All right. So, guys, should I just dimension door out of here, or should we try and get through this the rough way?
Well, Winter question.
There's
While
Answer.
they're doing this, can Kazir try to study the guards, like figure out what their pattern might be to get past them?
Have you roll me an
That's
investigation check?
Investigation, you said?
Yes.
Right. What was
Ooh.
you were gonna say, Laura?
there's a chance that trying to
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
work. It could have placed some sort of anti-magic against conjuration magic against the walls to stop teleportation magic from going through.
And sending.
Well, I think that the anti-magic field, it is an anti-magic field. You might be right, so we might have to do this with finesse.
By the way, Kazir, with that investigation check, you start as they're conversing. You were watching the guards. You see that their formation seem to be that there always seems to be two traveling with two at any given time, and it always seems to be someone that's dressed in very heavy armor mixed with somebody who's kind of more in like a robish attire.
Ah.
See,
So a cleric, a paladin.
however,
Good to know.
as they're talking, you all of a sudden see one of the paladins kind of like not one of the clerics kind of look up, and all of a sudden you watch as they look in your guys' direction. Not directly at you guys, but in your direction. And you watch as a few paladins start making their way towards the stairway down.
Oh, good to know.
I can draw them off.
We better move from here. They seem to have noticed us.
Yeah, right. Change positions.
All right, I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and roll me another stealth check.
Okie dokie.
Oh god.
What was my stuff again? 21.
21.
A dirty 21.
21. No, a natural 21.
Sorry, right. You know what I
Alright.
mean. And on the dice, 11 stealth.
29.
29.
29. All right.
Is that a 12?
That's 12.
All right. Henry.
29, 12, and 21.
So, Kazir and Blue, you're immediately like, okay, we need to get moving. And Henry.
Oh, did Henrik roll twice?
Oh, yeah, you have the boots.
Yep.
Oh yeah, boots.
And you don't have to tune, so
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Better.
But I say
Go.
for a brief
remember.
for a brief moment before you guys start moving, Henrietta is just kind of looking at it, going, "Man, you know, this anti-magic field could have specific." Oh yeah, right. We're leaving, and and so you guys kind of shift away, As you guys shift away, do you guys like kind of hang to watch them come by, or are you trying to just get away as fast as possible?
Where? Hold on. Rolling a D100. If we should go to civilian mode a little bit away from the position we were, or just okay. We move fast away and then slow down to watch as we're walking.
All right.
Makes sense.
All
And
right.
agreed.
You guys walk away, and you do hear some orders being yelled. Does anyone speak Undercommon?
Oof. Nope. Oh. Oh no! Wait, no, that's not a cantrip. Wait, is it? Hold on. My brain just went 3 gear
Gremlins.
shifts. My brain was like about pardon me. Focus. Take a breath.
I don't speak much.
You're trying to think of comprehend languages.
Thank you.
It is a first level spell.
It is first level spell. It
Uh,
would probably be.
Yeah.
what
No, I
languages?
won't use it.
What
Wait, I
languages
forgot.
does-
Forgot I have disguise self from the mask.
This is true. But I say
I'll use it later, maybe.
sounds good. All right. So, but I say I assume if I remember correctly, Blue does not speak Undercommon. Does Henrik?
No.
No.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious, checking in.
I'm just gonna remember what they say and like tell someone later.
Noted. Unfortunately, I will say even with the most impressive intelligence check, you're not going to memorize it word for word. But I will say you can catch every other word.
There.
All right. So you guys kind of stealth away and make a distance to another section of the wall. While you guys are doing that, let's go ahead and take a second and look over at the other section of the party. So, Belwraith, Garnan,
And Alosa.
and Alosa, of course, naturally.
And also Lexa and the other one.
But I say Lexa, Zekum, and Elmerith are gonna recommend that you guys split from them. Considering the fact that they're very well known, it'd be easier for them to try to stick in a very small group.
Would I be able to suggest to them to be almost a distraction while we're heading into the
That's kind of the idea, to try to draw a bit of attention so you guys can get through. Especially since two of you are pretty easily identified.
Okay, sounds good. I remember last session I had used the divination thing to make my look like the most generic human possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, perfect description to a guard. He holds it up and gets like 30 different matches right in front of him.
Fair enough.
Garnan is going to take a strain from the same cloth and go ahead and use his ability to cast Disguise Self. He's going to turn himself into a slightly taller male version of Alosa,
All right then.
because I think that would be really funny.
Fair enough. But
With blonde hair.
blonde hair. All right. But I say.
We have 2 gender benders, alright.
A Rule 63 episode.
Heck yeah! But I say, you do watch as Alosa is going to take a moment to kind of just clean herself up a little bit, and she's going to tie her hair back. Just kind of.
She was going to take that in.
But I say we'll get to that. But I say we're gonna one step at a time. But she is very much like, she's basically going for the I'm a librarian kind of look, where just like kind of the hair tied backwards, kind of more her making sure her clothes are a bit more like subtle. But I say imagination is key. You know you know the look I'm talking about.
Control yourself, wow.
Exactly.
I'm trying.
What are my hands doing? Anyways, so you guys continue forward. I'm gonna have you guys go ahead and roll me a stealth check. I assume you guys aren't trying to like hide, but you're trying to blend in.
Correct.
All right.
I just realized I don't have my a little dice thing yet
Can't-
opened. So
God damn it, Ralph. What are you even doing? Like, come on.
playing Destiny. I need something to occupy my mind. You know this.
Oh, true. Very true. Very true. I
Alright,
understand.
stealth.
Yep.
Let's see. Where the fuck? There they are. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's a 6.
A 6. All right. Wanderer, what did you get?
Stealth check.
Yeah, stealth check. And I will say armor will not hinder you in this because you're not trying to not. What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. And Alosa got a 15, so that actually evens out pretty well. Garnet, it is definitely a very weird experience to just you kind of look down, you're like, oh wait, it's a spell. It's fine.
Keep in mind, he's also like much shorter.
Exactly.
Or appears much shorter.
Exactly. It's one of those situations where it's like you kind of look down and you can see like the pretty much the whole illusion because you're still 1 foot taller than it.
Yeah, but like it'd be really weird because in theory, you would reach up to where Garnan's face would normally be, slap him, and you'd slap his face. So he looks to the top of someone else's head.
Pretty much. So. Anyways, you guys are making your way through, and it's pretty easy going. There does seem to be some traffic leaving from the Enlightened Ward. As you do get close to the door, you do see, instead of seeing Vlad, like you've seen in the past, you do see someone else. And as you approach, you hear them go, Kimheim, Kaishinting Arensa.
What language is that?
But I say, do either of you speak Undercommon?
Fuck you. I mean, no.
I'm just going to assume no. I do not.
You watch as Alosa steps up, and she starts speaking to him. And you watch it. Yeah, that's one of her chosen languages.
Why?
But I say
He really does have surprises up his sleeve.
But I say backstory reasons. But you watch as the guard just kind of nods, looks at you watch as she looks to you. Do either of you have a symbol of Tyr?
I think I would.
Yes, you do. I distinctly remember you took one of the symbols of Tyr from one of the guys that tried to rob you guys.
Garden took the other one, did he not?
Did Garnan? Yes, Garnan did because he put it on his armor to kind of try to emphasize. Yeah.
Then in that case, then it would just be on his chest piece.
You watch his.
Would also take.
Okay. But I say she kind of smiles at him and like continues to speak to him, and you watch as this individual looks over at you guys and sees the symbols, and he just kind of goes. He just Hassan Aikendin Arisa, and you watch as the door opens up and allows you guys through. All right, let's keep moving.
How do you know that language?
Let's just say Oshana has its own problems. I learned because it was convenient.
Fair enough.
However, Belwraith, maybe you can answer this for me. As she kind of seems to be talking in a hushed tone as you guys are walking.
He'd kind of tilt his head downward towards her.
About to say, I assume you guys are walking and talking.
Yep.
Right. How big is the Drow community here?
How big is the Drow community here?
Very minimal. Drow tend to have a very bad reputation when it comes to religion, as the Queen of Spiders is the most worshipped god by the Drow. There are obviously exceptions. Not only are there Drow that worship other deities, there is technically still a good deity of the Drow, but most of them fall into the Spider Queen's domain.
He would say, not very large, though that's by their own choice. To my understanding, most of them worship the Spider Queen Lolth. That's not to say there are none, but it's very minimal.
Hmm. Would they?
That was-
Would they
that
be?
was-
Would they
that
be?
was-
Go ahead.
You go
No,
for
no,
it.
no. You go.
Okay, at least 2 years ago, things that can change.
If I described a symbol for you, could you tell me what it is?
Likely.
Basically, she is gonna go ahead and she pulls out some parchment. She's not like you guys don't need to stop and let her do this, as she's just quickly like drawing out a symbol.
Fuck.
I want both of you to roll me a religion check.
That's gonna be a 3.
A 3? I would say you would have advantage because of the fact that this would be something that involves goes against tier. So
There. It's gonna be a 9.
a 9. Okay, about to say
Hold on.
Garnet.
Religion, you said?
Yes.
1.
Garnet. Could be any god. I mean, there.
It makes sense.
I mean, you're still new to religion, man.
Went to
Yes.
remember they were also watching Kazir Dark and Blue when they were doing the trial.
That is true, actually. So technically, Garnet, you'd also have advantage. Thank you for the
6.
reminder. 6? Damn. well,
Rolling very badly.
well, fortunately, the DC wasn't super high, so technically, Wanderer, you got it. About to say, but you only got the bare basics, no in-depth detail. You do recognize the symbol, which is not a good thing.
I assume it's Lolth.
Yeah, it is the symbol of the Spider Queen of Lies. The Spider Queen of Lies. Basically, Lolth stands against justice, so it makes sense that you would know the enemy of Tyr. So, but unfortunately, your knowledge of it is very limited.
He would take it and look at it for a good minute or two. And this would be the symbol of Lolth. Specifics like Spider Queen Lolth is specifics I can't think of, although I know she's not exactly well-intentioned goddess. So
That was what I was afraid of. He kept it under his helmet, but because of how close I got, I was able to see it. Unfortunately, my knowledge on drow culture is very limited.
I figure I would know a little bit about drow culture.
I mean, roll a history check.
Character shit ton about it, and it's really I know a shit ton about it. I rolled a 21.
Oh, damn, 20 you win. But to say, you kind of take a step back. As you guys are stepping, you're really thinking hard. And you do remember a couple of times you've had to go... for Atharia, there are caves that enter the Underdark. They're very far and few, though. Atharia isn't exactly known for having a love for darker gods. Atharia tends to actually had some bad experiences with darker gods. But to say for specifically Lolth, it's been very minimal, very fortunately. However, there have been some attacks on the surface before. Your guys' sects of the Cardinals have had to go down and take care of it. You've done very little of that because of how quickly you rose through the ranks. But you have gone to some small villages near the surface. They are typically very hostile. Drows are very ruthless in this culture. It's cutthroat. You are either one of them or a slave. No in between. They don't believe in equality, and even amongst their own people, it's very much like the caste system. Like, you are very much either the top or you are underneath someone's boot. It is very dangerous. However, go ahead.
If I was gonna roleplay, like speaking this, I would miss something. So I'll skip that and say that all this information I'm passing on.
Very much. But I will say from the DM perspective, unfortunately, because of how quickly you rose through the ranks, you've never gone into any of like the Drow cities. If only village, only like a village or two, and again, typically very very bad stories.
They don't like us. It's it's like dressing up as an American wearing fucking America flag cape and walking into Saudi Arabia. Like, I don't know how well you'll be loved.
So why would they be here then? I just know that because I bought us a little bit of time. They think that we're very devout followers and have even gotten the pleasure of speaking with a cardinal once.
They do have a strong slave culture, though. That's all that comes to my mind.
How much would Garnan know about Lolth?
Go ahead. I'll tell you what. From Garnet. Well, I mean, from Garnet's perspective. Ooh, actually, now that I think about it, that's right. Go ahead and roll me a. This would technically be religion. I'll say roll me a religion with advantage because of the fact that you're from Tuscadal.
Okay. Oh. A 13?
A 13?
That's
That's not bad. That's not bad. So you do know of Lolth. You've never seen any of the symbology or anything because this happened before your time. But your father has spoken about some very, very bad experiences with Lolth. In Tuscadal, because of the fact that it is a wild country and there's no real built government, means that anybody can live there. Typically, the rule of thumb for anybody that lives there, though, is that you have to respect nature and respect the world, respect the other tribes. Nobody wants tribe warfare. It's not pleasant and typically ends very badly. However, apparently in Tuscadal has had a bad history with Lolth and Lolth followers. They tend to try to use the forests to raise darker creatures, such as like ettercaps. Basically using the very thick forest to be able to do that, and even raise large spiders. It's not a pleasant experience, and typically ends up not only killing people of the tribe, but also hunting excessively of the wildlife. But as far as like specifics of the cult or religion goes, is hard to say. Unfortunately, it happened before your time.
I only know little itty bits about Lolth, but they're here. It can't be good. Maybe they're working with the Broken Skull for some reason.
You think?
I mean, considering what Blue and Kazir did.
You do have a point. Didn't they encountered people from the Underdark? I don't remember the specifics, but didn't they have to they had to get an item from one of the matrons, right?
I think so, yeah.
I can't. It's been hard to say. It's been very hectic. Also, Garnet, it's very hard to look at you. You remind me too much of my brother. Ugh.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just. Oh. Anyways, Belwraith, where is the Draconic District?
Oh, I was following you.
Well, I was assuming you were leading the way, and basically she was following in step.
No, I think it's funnier if we just assume that we've been following each other this entire time, like you do with your dad in the grocery store.
Oh no!
And you're like, where the fuck are we going?
Where are we looking? Like, we've passed the meat section at least 3 times. But anyways, you would know that the Draconic District is connected to the General District, but it's from the opposite side of the Enlightened District. So it's you're going the right direction, but so you should be there momentarily.
We'll be there soon.
I assume you guys continue on trying to be as what was the proper term? Inconspicuous as possible.
I mean, we're all very basic looking people. It's like brother, sister, and their friend.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Darnan's pretty hot right now.
Just some people looking just like, whoa, hey.
Okay, I guess. Yeah.
I just like to imagine Belrath is just like, how do they talk? Hello, I am Human. Pleasure to meet you. I don't know.
Human, elf bad, a tiefling bad, dwarf bad,
Human good. Fire bad.
fire bad.
So you guys walk for a while, and then eventually you do get to what appear to be another section of a wall. However, you do see two individuals dressed in not your traditional armor. But to say, you see for Garnet, it's been a hot moment since you've seen one, because it's been a while since you guys have been to Melbourne. You guys see what appear to be Dragonborn in like what appears to be more like bone armor. Belwraith, this is normal. this is what they do.
Yep, that's draconic armor.
Halt. What business do you have in the Draconic District?
Just exploring is all. We're fairly new to the city.
Belwraith, I would like you to roll me a deception check.
I would like to assist in this if I can.
I would say, yeah, I would allow you to assist him in that.
Yeah, we're exploring, you know. Old Bobby here. He's been wanting to travel for a good time. So we thought we'd come to Padstow because we've heard about a lot about it. And you know, fellow worshippers of Tyr. Can't go wrong.
Alright, so Belwraith, go ahead and roll me a deception check with advantage.
Thank fuck. It turned a 2 into an 11.
Alright, so an 11. Alright, they're going to roll an insight on you. You watch as they mutter some words to each other. Does anybody speak Draconic?
You
I don't know, do you?
I'm checking my languages. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure the only one is Kazir.
That is true. I think Kazir, and I know that Bimp spoke Draconic.
I don't know why I thought I did.
I mean, never hurts. About to say, I assume Belwraith does not.
No.
Alright. So you watch as they speak some words to each other in a language you guys have no idea. But after a moment they go, alright, we'll allow you through. But make sure you mind your respect. About to say, we have some of the ill scale in, so be mindful.
The what?
Oh, newcomer. The ill scale. There's some dragonborn with, unfortunately, they're losing scales and signs of sickness, essentially.
Would this have been a
What a
thing?
horrifying thought. Sorry.
I know. Go on.
I know.
Roll me a history check.
You roll me a history check.
Okay.
Put a plus in there. I'll do it for you. Turned out to be a 12.
12? You've heard of this
What?
before. About to say, it's not... Basically, because you grew up here in Padstow, you know that there are... the Dragonborn culture has always been pretty open. They're not exactly secretive. They... You know, it's basically like, hey, we are dragon, we're born of blood of dragon, we respect dragons. But, of course, it's normally towards the metallic and less of the chromatic, with a few exceptions. Ill-scaled is basically... not a term they use very often, but whenever Dragonborn gets sick, like whether it's a plague or an illness, even such as like personal what is the term for it? Like personal injury that gets infected and everything, you become known as ill-scale. It's something that they don't talk about it too often, but when they do, if they say it out in the open to the public, it's typically like, hey, we've gotten a couple of these. Make sure you be careful and be respectful. Does that make sense?
Yeah, don't. Where the fuck are your scales, bro?
Bruh!
These ill scales, are they getting black spots?
A few, yes. Most seem to be just, roll me a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh, why? I'm switching dice. Natural one.
Natural
I'm switching
one?
dice.
They just kind of give you a look, and you see them kind of be a little downtrodden when they start looking at it. When, you basically are like as soon as you mention it and they try to explain it, it's like they kind of look down and go like, sorry, it's painful to talk about. Just some are struggling, and we're not getting as much assistance as we'd like. Just be mindful.
Okay. Fair enough.
And they allow you guys in. And while you guys are going into the Draconic Ward, let's go ahead and take a step back to our other party.
Hello.
So Stray, Henrik, Stray, you're in the game.
Oh.
Kazir, roll for Stray.
Happens every day, Stray. You need to stop jumping realities.
Henrik, about to say Henrietta just looks at you and go like, what are you even doing here?
Damn it, somehow I keep switching.
Kazir, get back here! So Kazir, Henrik, and Blue, you guys are taking your time actually getting to another section of the wall. It does take a moment, but you guys do get to a section that seems a little less populated. So you're able, but not quite in the eye of the guards.
Makes sense.
How are we gonna get out so I can easily do this?
Well, it wouldn't be too hard to go over it. We would have to be quick to make sure that they don't see us. At least from my understanding, that they kind of shift.
Yeah. Basically, with your dirty 20, you're noticing that they're pretty consistently always having two individuals going in different directions along the wall. They do tend to switch sections from every like 5 to 10 minutes, but it's very consistent on going. Basically, there's a very, very narrow window.
Oh, fair. Never mind, because you wouldn't suggest that. He'd be smart enough to notice that. Never mind. It is quite
I mean,
I could give you
worse
my
comes
rope.
worse.
Whoa. Oh gosh. What is happening? Oh. Whoa. This is weird. What is happening? So I don't even know if the stream is still going. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1. Okay, so stream is still going. How come I'm not? How come Discord is acting the way it is? Oh boy, I love how I closed out of the application completely and it's still. Oh my goodness, computer. Okay, I know I need to replace you, but. Okay, how did I close out, yet somehow end up right back on the exact same screen? This is annoying. What the fuck is going on? Jesus criminy, what is happening? I can't. How is it not saying that that it's not responding? Because it's not responding at all. Oh, are you kidding me? There you go. Well, yep, that's a given.